Hey there. I said that I would see you back real soon, and I want to say that I am enjoying YouTube already. I said YouTube, Ustream, isn't that so funny? I'm already enjoying Ustream. So, anyway, I'm back, and today I want to talk about living your passion. I was going to say living your dream, but living your passion is so much different than your dream. You could dream of being a billionaire by any means necessary, but your passion could be cleaning. Your passion could be painting the outsides of houses. Your passion could be doing yard work or making flowers grow or doing hair or being a friend to someone who is lonely. So that may be what your passion is. How do you make money with your passion? Well, usually when a person is living out their passion, they do not care about the money because things are going to get taken care of regardless. And I was going through a list of topics today, and I had someone to get laid off a job today, had someone having to look for a new place to live today, and someone says, hey, I'm struggling with living my passion. I have a very lucrative job, and this person enjoys the money, enjoys what that money affords them, but they really want to live their passion. And of course, you get used to a certain lifestyle. You do not want to downgrade if at all possible. Well, my advice to anybody who wants to live out their dream or their passion, I want to say passion, live out your passion, do it, because the peace of mind, the peace in your spirit that you'll get will be so much more worth than any paycheck that you could get. And what I've learned over this last year by living out my passion is all the stuff I thought I needed were really just wants. There are some days that I may not have what I want to eat, may not have as much as I would like to eat. I still have a roof over my head. I may not have the mode of transportation that I'd like to have. I may not be able to buy the clothes that I'd like to buy, but all of those are wants. I am a pretty healthy, plump young lady, and I haven't missed too many meals, or if I have, you can't tell. I have had an awesome support group, and what you'll realize is when your passion seeps through, when you're living your passion, it comes out, and other people want to support that. Now you're going to have people who come along and tell you all the reasons why you can't do that. That's one thing. On the other hand, you're going to have some people that, because of the energy that you put out, because of the passionate way that you are now living life, and it seems like you're just risky. You're not risky, you're passionate. People are going to be drawn to that, and you have to figure out what to do with that, because people will pull your energy sometimes and drain you without refilling you, because they're not yet at the point of living their passion, so they're living vicariously through you, and after a while you can't carry the weight of everybody. So what you do in turn is show them how to do what you're doing, so it lightens the load, and as they're infused, then you start getting that energy. Then you start branching out to other people who are living their dream, living their passion, making what they do work for them. Even a person who's doing something that is financially lucrative, and it may not be exactly what their gift or their passion is, but they know how to make that lemon the biggest, best gallon or pitcher of lemonade. You can get a positive energy from that. Not everybody can do that. That in itself is a gift. So get around people that you say, that person's positive. Watch people, read books. Les, oh, it's going to come to me in a bit, and I know if you know who I'm talking, Les Brown. Les Brown is a great one to listen to. And if you are in the Charlotte area, or if you're able to get on Ustream and listen to Pastor Juan Goodson at Restoration Ministries, I enjoy my pastor because he talks to you in everyday talk, and he sees stuff in you sometimes, all the time, that you don't see in yourself, and challenges you. And challenging sometimes isn't a nice warm fuzzy feeling. Challenging is, hurt somebody. Leave me alone. Get off my back already. But he's pushing you to greatness. But if you don't have someone personally in your life, people like Les Brown, Napoleon Hill, any of his books, I think he has one about the laws of success, and the one that I've been reading for the last year, slowly but surely taking it in, is Think and Grow Rich. And I'm sure many people have heard of it in some way or another. One of the things in the book Napoleon talks about is having a definite purpose. And when you're living out your passion, you can do a lot of things. Let me give you an example. I had a cleaning service a few years ago. Well, it ended up being a cleaning service. It started out as a mommy helper business, and it could have been anything from running errands for the mom, cooking meals, doing laundry, cleaning the house, of course. Anything that would give her an extra set of hands and give her more time in her day. Excellent idea. If you love it, you're passionate about it, go do that idea. What I ran into is I was dividing myself in too many ways. So what ended up happening is I was doing a cleaning service. So through my cleaning service, I began to learn what I needed to know about business in general. Don't spread yourself so thin. I can't run errands, cook meals, and clean house for several different clients. Pick one thing, focus on that, because at some point you're going to need to multiply your efforts through getting other people to do what you do. So don't spread yourself too thin. You might say, oh, I'm good at baking things. That's great. You don't have to do cakes and cookies and cinnamon rolls. Pick one thing. Pick one thing at first. Be excellent at that. Be known for Mrs. Smith's cakes. Whatever it is that you're doing, pick that one area and focus on it. Make it the best. Because what happens is you love what you're doing so much, you're so passionate about it, that by the time you get home, you don't have anything left for your family. The conference I went to on Saturday, the lady said she outsourced her kids sometimes. And, at first I was like, outsourcing your kids? You're thinking about outsourcing work with companies. Well, outsourcing your kids, you put them in the trusted hands of someone else, or they have to sit with you and do their homework while you're doing work, or you have someone that's a nanny in your home. Get help for what you're doing, because if you do not take care of your business, it will not take care of you. And this is my quote for today. The difference between a successful business owner and an unsuccessful business owner is how much time that is spent minding your business. Personal for me, I spent a lot of time at my son's school, which is something I wasn't able to do with my older two children. So I love that. Love being involved with the school. Love being able to show my face at the school. My son comes home and says, Mommy, I love seeing you at the school. That's a big part. But I didn't find the balance because I was spending a lot of time at school, not enough time on my business. So, and when I look at it at the end of the day, I'm saying, why am I not where I need to be? Because I've set goals. I haven't reached this goal yet. It wasn't difficult. It was baby steps. What happened? I wasn't minding my business. I wasn't doing a good job with that. Now, the service that I was providing was good, but it wasn't the marker that I set for myself. When you're living your passion, another thing is to set goals. Don't set something big and unreachable without making baby steps. Let me put it that way. Think and dream the impossible. Absolutely do that. But what are some doable steps that's going to get you to that? If your goal is to be a billionaire, it's not going to happen next week. We know this. I don't care what you do. It's not going to be. You're not going to be a billionaire, and you definitely won't hold on to the money if you fall into it next week. Just saying. However, if you say I want to be a billionaire, what are the steps you're going to do to become a billionaire? How many houses do you have to clean? How many cakes do you have to bake? How many times do you have to multiply your efforts through other people in order to get where you want to be? Who needs to be sponsoring what you're doing for you to become a billionaire? How many sponsors do you need? Lots of good questions, right? So you take baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. New businesses. Nobody seems to want to take care, or not necessarily take care, want to sponsor new businesses. One, because you're new. No one knows what you're doing. No one knows if they can trust you. You haven't been around 30 years, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. They don't know you. So you want to get out there and build relationships. Oh, I know you'll say that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to build relationships. It does. It does. It takes time to build relationships. But guess what? When you build one relationship here, imagine that person has the number 272 right on their forehead. 272 other people that they know that you don't know. So make that one good relationship and get connected to those other 272 people to make other connections. It happens. It happens. And you have to be minding your business. And if outsourcing your children is something you need to do, that doesn't mean that you're always working and you're never doing anything with your kids. Maybe I'm boring myself. Excuse me. It doesn't mean that you're always doing something for work and not with your kids. Scheduled time. One thing that new business owners do is not schedule a vacation. Now, if you go apply for somebody's job, you want to know, how many days vacation do I get? Oh, I get 2 weeks. I already know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 4-day work weeks and take every Friday off. Or I'm going to take my kids to Disney World with my 2 weeks. So I'm going to spend 1 week here and I'm going to spend 1 week there. You have it all planned out when you get a job. Take that same mindset over when you're doing a business and say, where can I go? And maybe with your company, you can't go somewhere for 2 weeks that first year. Maybe you have to go somewhere for a weekend. Maybe you have to have what they are calling now a staycation. Maybe you have, oh, am I crying? Oh, moved with emotion. What you can do is a staycation where you're at home. No one knows you're at home, but you're having a mental health day. There's an eye doctor that I know. Every Friday, he calls it professional development. So he doesn't have any appointments on. I'm itchy today. Let me just get all my rubbing out. He has what is called personal development day. So he doesn't take any appointments. He may attend a seminar. He may take a class. I really don't know if he's doing anything at all, but he has a 4-day work week. And he takes Friday to utilize it for professional development. So if he's an eye doctor, he needs to find out what is the latest trends in eye care. What's going on? Am I going to do this? Do I need to get away from this product or service? He takes 1 day a week to do that. Man, 3 years ago, I didn't do that. I told you I'm just like itchy. Let's get that all out the way. I did not take time and say, there's 1 day a week I need to know more about the cleaning business. I did little stuff along the way. I may have stayed up late at night. I may have gotten up early, see what's online, read some books, network with other people who are doing things like I'm doing, and say, okay, I can make this better. If I've had a client ask me about something I wasn't too familiar with, I do some research, but I didn't have a day that I committed. I didn't even have like an hour that I committed to making what I did better. I was just going. It worked out. It worked out. I did that for a year, and then I went back to school. I couldn't continue my business and go to school, so I ended up working full-time in the school system. Thought I was going to be a 4th grade teacher, then I thought I would be a middle school teacher, then I thought, hey, I could teach anywhere. So education is what I like to do, and that's what we're doing today, educating you on living your passion, setting goals, and then setting aside time within those goals to say, hey, how am I going to make what I'm doing better? For me, being a talk show host, I have to say, okay, what are other people doing? So I'm watching to see what other people are doing. Do I like things that they're doing or not? And the things that I don't like, that I don't do them. The things that I like, find a way to do them my way if I really like them. Like Oprah has Living Your Best Life. I think I've heard that a lot lately, and it's really good. Living your best life, finding balance in your life. And then I was watching on Ustream Monique. She does something on Monday, I found out, and she was talking about natural or Western medicine and how it's different from, I bet I'm saying that wrong, Eastern medicine. Anyway, Asians. She went to an Asian spa, and they gave her some detoxification that they said is normal for them, and we treat it as a luxury, and these things could help us to be healthier and live longer, but we're treating them as a luxury. We'll get around to it. Well, she said that she has been exposed to some different things in her life that's making her life better, and so we're still looking at living your best life. And so by living your passion, you will have no choice but to live your best life. I'm just thinking about my profile picture. I know my hair is short. This is actually my hair, thick, and if it's weave, it's yacky nappy. But anyway, this is my hair. It's grown a lot since last year. I'm looking at that picture. But living your passion is worth making a sacrifice of not having the stress of unnecessary stuff. If you're watching this video, you're probably going to a job most days that you don't like, and you could live without those people if given the opportunity. Well, give yourself permission. Live your passion. If you're living paycheck to paycheck anyway, you said I don't have enough money saved up, you're living paycheck to paycheck anyway, they can tell you tomorrow that they don't need you. Just like the person that got laid off today that I know. I don't know if there was any money saved up for such an occasion, but you didn't know on your way to work this morning that they would be sending you back home before lunch. Okay? As far as your living circumstances, if you're living in a house with people that are driving you bananas, or you're driving them bananas, and you don't have the finances to live elsewhere, you have a problem. So don't wait till you have enough money to live your passion, because if they let you go today, they didn't wait till you had enough money. They let you go. They couldn't use you anymore. So don't use the stress in your life anymore as an excuse, unless you just like complaining. Now, if you're passionate about complaining, stay where you are. But that's what I want to share today. Live your passion. Set goals. Set measurable goals to that impossible goal that you want to reach. Dream big, dream impossibly, and set some realistic goals to get to all of those things. Anyway, thank you for sharing this time with me. All of this needed to be said, so I thought I'd get on here this evening and share it with you. And until next time, we will talk about, I don't know, whatever else needs to be said. But thank you for joining me today.